WNBA players' demands are sh*T, despite Caitlin Clark's efforts, Lakers legend claims. The All-Star moment is always to celebrate the league and its players. This year in the WNBA, it was a little bit different. The message was loud and clear when players warmed up with shirts bearing the message, "Pay us what you owe us." That was in July. Until now there is no resolution. Influential voices like Nafisa Collier, Aya Wilson, Caitlin Clark, and Angel Reese, among others, are voicing for a fair structure. However, a former NBA champion gave players a reality check on why the road ahead will be tricky. On his Fast Break podcast, Byron Scott had Olden Polinis as a guest on their recent episode. The host kicked off with a passionate debate about the impending lockout situation in the WNBA if a resolution is not met before the October 31st deadline. Speaking about it, the Lakers legend was clear. "So, I think their demands has to be, I wouldn't say squashed, but they have to be where they're more realistic. I mean, you got to cash cow like you said, and what Caitlin Clark has been able to do in this WNBA. And then we tend to forget Angel Reese. Bringing the profitability logic, Scott doesn't feel the W players aren't going to get it. Further stating that the WNBA is moving in the right direction, but still not there yet in terms of a perfect business model. I think the WNBA has made some big-time changes and big-time movement, but you're still not there yet. So, you can't go in and demand us that when you ain't making money, The players in the WNBA are asking for a bigger piece of the pie, since the players receive just 9.3% of the league's revenue. Let's add other leagues for context. NBA players have a 49 to 51% split of basketball-related income, NFL players get 48%, and NHL players take home 50%. Also, let's not forget the Caitlin Clark effect that swept everybody off their feet. The next few stats are just a glimpse of the popularity of the Fever Guard. That sparked a huge surge in attention for the league. The 2024 WNBA season drew 54 million unique viewers and recorded its highest in-person attendance in 22 years. Clark's regular season games alone pulled in 1.2 million viewers, 199% higher than games without her. There is more. The overall TV ratings jumped 300%, with Fever games alone accounting for 45% of the league's total broadcast value, per Dana Hunsinger-Benbow of IndyStar. Clearly signifying that the Caitlin Clark effect is real. Despite these growth parameters already for everyone to see, Scott believes, so, I think it's going to be a hard, long road. They might have to, be their bluff might be called. Are WNBA players bluffing to get the deal? NBA Commissioner Adam Silver refers to the two leagues as integrated, and they have bundled their broadcast rights together in a massive 11-year deal. Previously, Silver said in 2018 that the WNBA's losses were roughly $10 million a year. And reports last fall said the WNBA was due to lose $40 million in 2024. 60% of the teams in the W are owned by NBA owners. In fact, he even confirmed that some NBA owners are frustrated about the financial return on their investment in the WNBA. However, there are more factors that point towards the growth of the league and why players like Nafisa Collier, Aya Wilson, Caitlin Clark, and Angel Reese are in the right place. The latest media rights deal of the NBA, which was for $76 billion, the W secured a $2.2 billion TV deal for the next 11 years. Meaning, a 6x increase over the previous ESPN deal. Since the last deal in 2020, franchise values have exploded. Las Vegas Aces went from $2 million in 2021 to $310 million today, and the New York Liberty jumped from $10 to $14 million to an estimated $450 million. In fact, the latest team in the league paid $50 million in expansion fees. Yes, the Golden State Valkyries this season are the 13th team in the league, and the WNBA is set to collect $925 million in expansion fees by 2030. So it starts to make sense why players are pushing for more. The players argue it's only fair that their pay rises alongside the league's skyrocketing value. The echo of sneakers on hardwood, the roar of fans rising with every jumper, and the eyes of millions fixed on a single player, it all paints a picture of a sport in transition. The WNBA is no longer in the shadows, no longer the quiet sibling of the NBA. It's moving into a new era, pulled forward by the force of personalities, rivalries, and one transcendent star, Caitlin Clark. But amid the rise, a storm brews. While Clark pushes tirelessly to uplift the league's profile, not everyone agrees on how the players themselves are handling their newfound spotlight. Recently, a Lakers legend, someone who knows both the grind and the glory of professional basketball, delivered a stinging critique. His words echoed with a sharpness that made headlines everywhere. The players' demands are sh*t. It wasn't just a critique of money, contracts, or conditions. It was a pointed assessment of the culture surrounding the WNBA, the players' resistance to change, and the complicated role Caitlin Clark has been thrust into as both savior and scapegoat. The legend speaks. To understand the magnitude of the critique, you must first understand its source. The Lakers, a franchise dripping with history, have produced voices that shape basketball beyond the court. Whether it's Magic Johnson's charisma, Kobe Bryant's relentless drive, or Shaquille O'Neal's larger-than-life personality, Lakers legends don't just talk basketball, they dictate its narrative. This particular legend, whose name carried decades of hardwood wisdom, didn't mince words. He accused current WNBA players of focusing too much on demands that, in his eyes, don't align with the league's reality. Look, Caitlin Clark is out there breaking her back, filling arenas, putting butts in seats, and giving the league mainstream coverage it's never had. And what do I hear from other players? Complaints. More money. More respect. Bigger shares of TV deals. But the truth is, they haven't earned that yet. Not as a collective. Caitlin's doing the work. The rest? Their demands are sh*t. It was a brutal statement, one that carried both truth and controversy. The Caitlin Clark effect. The Fever rookie has been more than just a great player, she's a phenomenon. When Clark steps onto the court, it isn't just about basketball. It's about the economy of attention. Viewership. WNBA broadcasts featuring Clark have seen record-breaking numbers, with ESPN, ABC, and even NBA TV pulling in audiences that rival early-round NBA playoff games. Ticket sales. Indiana's attendance has tripled compared to past seasons, with sellouts even on the road. Teams that once struggled to fill lower bowls are now opening upper decks. Merchandise. Jerseys, hats, and t-shirts with Clark 22 sell faster than production can keep up with. Clark didn't just enter the league, she shook its foundation. She brought casual fans, NBA diehards, and even skeptical sports pundits into the WNBA conversation. And yet, while Clark's impact is undeniable, many WNBA veterans have not embraced her rise. Some see her as the chosen one, gifted privileges they never had. Others resent the narrative that she alone can save the league, as if their decades of labor didn't matter. This tension underpins the Lakers legend's remarks. His frustration wasn't with the WNBA as a whole, but with what he saw as misplaced priorities. The players' pushback. To be fair, the WNBA players' demands don't come from thin air.